Some days, Arthur sits in his library, surrounded by thousands of books, the silent witnesses of his memory. But today, the words blur before his eyes. He reads the same sentence 3 times. Is this how memories leave? He forces a smile, hoping it's nothing. Yet, under the golden evening light, a quiet fear begins to grow. Not the fear of sickness, but the fear of losing himself. 90 days later, that fog would lift, and Arthur would realize the body never betrays us. It only tries to speak. Arthur, 74, was a retired history professor. For 50 years, memory was his pride, his identity, his legacy. But 2 years after retiring, something changed. A strange fatigue settled in his bones. His thoughts grew heavy, as if wrapped in fog. Even his skin began to rebel, itching and inflamed. His body was whispering in a language he could no longer understand. Then came the Sunday dinner. His daughter asked a simple question about World War II, a topic he had taught his whole life. Arthur looked up. His lips moved, but the name Churchill never came. Silence fell over the table, and in that silence, he saw the worry in his daughter's eyes and felt something inside him break. That night, he opened his old notebook, looked at her childhood photo, and wrote, "Day 1. I will start listening to my body the way I once listened to her." The next morning, his doctor said, "Arthur, your brain is fine. You don't have Alzheimer's. The problem is here." The doctor pointed to Arthur's gut. His gut was inflamed, a silent fire burning from within. The doctor said, "Imagine your gut as a garden. Inflammation is the fire destroying it. When the gut burns, it sends panic signals to the brain. The result? Brain fog, fatigue, anxiety." Arthur's mission was calm the fire. He didn't go on a strict diet. He started making small swaps: white bread to oatmeal with berries, soda to ginger tea, processed snacks to nuts and avocado. Week 1, he failed. Too many raw salads. His inflamed gut couldn't handle it. Lesson learned? Healing doesn't mean forcing. It means softening. He steamed his veggies, ate slower, and before every meal he took 3 deep breaths. He wrote, "Day 14. My body is not my enemy. It's my student. I just need to teach it calm again." But calming the fire wasn't enough. His garden needed new flowers, good bacteria. His doctor reminded him, 70% of your serotonin is made in your gut. To think clearly, he had to feed that happiness again. So he began drinking kefir, plain, unsweetened, probiotic rich. Each morning, his daughter called, "Dad, don't forget your kefir." He laughed. "I'm learning to sip slow, not gulp like I used to." He added fermented foods, sauerkraut, Greek yogurt, garlic, onions. Once, he bought a fruit yogurt by mistake. His doctor smiled and said, "Arthur, you're watering the weeds, not the flowers." He laughed and wrote, "Day 30. The sweetest thing isn't sugar, it's the peace that comes when the body can breathe again." He had changed his food, but not his thoughts. Stress still whispered through his nerves. Then he learned about the vagus nerve, the highway between the gut and the brain. When he worried, his gut tightened. When he breathed, it relaxed. One morning, walking through the park, he stopped beneath the trees. The sunlight flickered through the leaves. He took a deep breath. Maybe healing begins the moment we stop trying so hard, he thought. From then on, he created rituals of calm. 15-minute morning walks, no TV before bed, a phone call, not to complain, but to connect, and before every meal, 5 deep breaths. The body heals when the mind feels safe. Arthur once thought he was just lucky, but science whispered otherwise. At Johns Hopkins, researchers call it the gut-brain loop, how chronic inflammation in the gut triggers inflammation in the brain, causing fatigue and memory loss. Mayo Clinic confirms fermented foods like kefir rebuild the gut microbiome, the source of serotonin, the chemistry of peace. And Harvard Health explains, sleep and gentle movement clear toxins from the brain each night. Arthur found wasn't magic. It was the meeting point between science and faith, between data and breath. Science explains the mechanism. Compassion delivers the medicine. 90 days later, Arthur felt alive again. That evening, his daughter came by. They sat together in the same library where the fog once lived. Arthur opened a history book. His fingers trembled slightly. "Churchill," he read, and smiled. His daughter's eyes filled with tears. "Dad, you're back." Arthur smiled. "No, my dear, I never left. My mind just wandered for a while." The sunset filled the room. The air felt golden. Old age doesn't take away wisdom. It teaches us how to use it more gently. Remember Arthur's 5-minute ritual? Just breathing deeply, slowly. When he inhaled, he wasn't just taking in air. He was sending a message of safety to his whole body. Each breath activated the body's rest and digest mode, whispering to the brain, "You are safe. You can heal now." And when the body believed it, the fog cleared, the heart softened, and the mind stopped running. Food rebuilds the body, but breath rebuilds the soul. He wrote one last note. Day 91. I don't need miracles. The miracle is right here, in this breath. Arthur's journey is not unique. Each of us has a body that's trying to speak, if only we'd pause and listen. If his story moved you, stay with us, here at Elderly Wisdom Cares, a place where every story matters, and every lesson becomes light for someone else. Share in the comments. Which chapter of Arthur's journey are you living? Calming the fire? Rebuilding the garden? Or finding calm again? Because sometimes the wisdom you share today is the hope someone else needs tomorrow. Subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Cares, where we listen to the body, understand the mind, and age with strength, compassion, and peace. Soft pause, piano fades. Take care of yourself, and thank you for listening. Pause 2 seconds. Faint wind and single piano note. Your body is speaking. It's time to listen.